And it's a lot of different reasons that I'm not comparing Drake to Jay. I don't think Drake is as nice as Jay as a rapper. I think Drake is dope, but I don't think he's as nice as Jay. And I still think, when we having these conversations about the ghostwriting, Jay-Z was S. Carter, ghostwriter. For the right price, he made your shit tighter. He didn't have ghostwriters. You know what I'm saying? Drake actually used ghostwriters. That's still a knock against him in a lot of ways, even though I think it's dope when, if you're a hip hop artist, you look to get the best song. I don't know about writing your whole verses and all of that, but another thing I give Jay over Drake is, think about all the artists Jay has introduced. Now, Drake has introduced artists in other ways, meaning he'll get on a feature and make their shit hot, and then you'll start paying attention to them in a different way. But Jay actually gave us other superstars.
Like who?
He gave us the J. Cole's and the Kanye's and the Rihanna's and, the whole Rockefeller regime back in the day. Of course, he wasn't the only executive. Of course, you got to give Dame and Biggs and all of them their credit. But, Jay has introduced us to countless amounts of legendary superstars.
That he profits on.
Yeah.
Drake is putting people on that he doesn't profit on.
Drake's not getting money for those features? Of course he is.
No, he's not getting money for their stardom.
But what's wrong with profiting off of them, though? I'm saying is Jay discovered better. Jay has discovered talent. Drake hasn't done that yet.
No. I think Drake has put way more artists on than Jay-Z. Way more.
No. I don't even know what you're talking about. Now you sound like this question.
I'm just saying, in terms of not only artists, but like the trends in music, Drake has been on top of for the last fucking decade.
You know who did that? You know who started that blueprint?
Who?
Jay-Z.
Is that right?
Because back in the day, Jay-Z would jump on who's ever was the hot person. So Juvenile High remix.
Okay.
The Oakland sound, Well, what's my favorite word? When he did that shit, when he did the shit about over Too Short, Blow Your Whistle. He had a couple Houston records like that. He would do guest appearances, whether it was Rick Ross Hustling, whether it was, Jeezy, Dope Boys Go Crazy. That blueprint that Drake does, which is smart.
You're saying that Jay-Z established that?
100%.
Yeah.
100. And by the way, it's a smart strategy.
No, it's brilliant.
Why not?
It's brilliant. I guess I've always saw Jay-Z as coming from more of like a business perspective in terms of curating talent and then playing a part in either the management or the label side of that talent. Whereas I've seen Drake put people on that he's not signing simply because he believes that that's the direction where music is going to go, and he wants to shine a light on that.
But isn't signing them a bigger investment? Like if I'm Jay-Z and I decide to not just feature on a J. Cole, I'm going to sign him and invest in him because I know this guy is one of those next ones. Instead of just signing, featuring on a Kanye West song, we're going to sign this guy to our label.
No, because I think there's self-interest there. It's like, I look at what Drake does more like what like Rogan does, where it's just like, oh wow, this person is really talented, and I want to give them the exposure that they deserve. And
but if Rogan had a podcast network,
but the fact
he'd maneuver differently.
Sure, but the fact that he could have a podcast network if he wants, but to me it's altruistic. It's like, wow, I think there's greatness here, and I want to shine a light on that greatness. And
Jay has done both.
You guys are explaining that to me now, so I'm seeing that. But I do think that we can't diminish Drake's contributions in those ways.
Here's my thing. I like
shining lights on artists that people had no clue who they were and giving them massive opportunities. Like massive opportunities.
What's a greater? Okay, put it like this. I'm not knocking what you said, but what's greater?
How many people's sorry to cut you? How many people's first platinum record has a Drake feature on it?
Sure.
And then how many people's first platinum record has a Jay-Z feature? I'm not trying to knock Jay-Z.
A bunch of them.
And I believe they do. I guess what I'm trying to is like, what if we line those up and all the different genres of music? We could really tell from that point right there who has put on more people. Well, let's just look at your first gold or platinum record with a feature.
I would think Jay-Z trumps that by far.
I don't know, dude.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because not only did Jay-Z did the features on hit records, he wrote a lot of hit records, and he signed a lot of these hit artists. What's more important for Drake? What's have been more impactful? If he just had a Lil Wayne feature, or Lil Wayne actually signing him to Young Money?
What's more impactful for Drake's career?
What's been more impactful for his career? Do you think just him having a Lil Wayne feature or Wayne actually signing him to Young Money?
I think that the exposure is more important. There's no question that having the cosign from not only Wayne, but also Jay Prince, and having that background and support has helped him. There's no question.
100%.
But I do believe that he was so and is so talented that the exposure of a Wayne feature, the exposure of a Jay-Z feature, the exposure of a Kanye feature, anybody shining light on that level of talent was going to take him over the top.
I agree, but having that one-off is different than having somebody behind you constantly, every day pushing.
I'm not saying that it's either or. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is some people are so talented that all they need is the first look, and then after getting that first look, people start going, what the fuck is going on over
I
here?
agree. But then you can fall off too. Because I can be McConan. God bless.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Drake can give you a hot record.
That's 100%.
And then there's no follow-up.
And that's really on you.
Yes.
And the people that, Drake gave a hot record to, I mean, look at like Migos. Like that, what is it, Versace? Mm-hmm. That Versace one was crazy. And then Migos go, you know what, we're also superstars and we're going to continue to take this opportunity and become the biggest rap group of our generation.
You're not wrong, but I think people also forget Migos already they were bubbling before. That's why Drake got on the record. Even with the Lil Babies, I think sometimes, and it's not to nobody's fault, but sometimes when you aren't paying attention to like what's happening in the street in that moment.
You know me. I've always said I'm the biggest outsider in music, whatever. I don't know anything. All I'm looking as the most casual. You guys already know that Migos is popping. You guys already know what's happening there in Atlanta, and you already know how they have maybe a cultural stranglehold.
Drake's in the club and he hear that Versace, he like, oh, I gotta get on this.
100%.
Yeah.
But and that does benefit him as well. 100%.
Absolutely.
It does benefit him as well. Him bringing up all these young artists, I can imagine they have the same appreciation and gratitude to Drake as a lot of us comics have for, I definitely have for you, but also for Rogan, right? Where it's just like, wow, these people like put me in a position for other people to see me, so I'm gonna have that eternal gratitude. And that's really helpful when you're coming up. Now, instead of beefing with these guys who are your competition, those guys are going, yo, Drake's the man, let's go on tour, let's do anything. Yeah. Like, it's a great strategic move, and I'm sure, as you guys were explaining, Jay-Z had also done this. I
wonder if there's a thought process to that. I wonder if it's like, I'm gonna give this person a feature. Because I know if I shine the light on him, he'll go.
He's out of here.
But this person I really wanna be invested in. This person I wanna be
maybe
part of their career going forward.
Bro, but you know what it also could be too, is like some people I don't know, but like some people, I have more joy in like putting people on, giving them opportunities and like helping them without making money off them type of thing, right? Like I don't want to own anybody. Also, I'm not as excited in like the curation and building of somebody else. I like being helpful, but I don't want that to be my job. You know what I mean?
I like both.
I know you're
like
different.
Both.
You really like doing that kind of stuff where it's like, for me, I want to help you and I want to brainstorm with you. I want whatever, but I don't want to feel like it's on me to make your career. I want to give you the opportunity where you can make your career, give you the platforms. I want to shine the light. I want to help you with everything I can do. But it's already hard enough to build the things that we're doing right here.
And you got to shoot a lot of shots because there's going to be a lot of misses. I'm not going to sit here and act like, of course, Jay's had a lot of misses. You know what I mean? But when those shots go in, you get a Rihanna. You get a Kanye.
Oh, huge.
You get a J. Cole. You know what I mean? They even, say what you want, the Memphis Bleaks, the Beanie Siegels, the State Properties, all of that. Like, you know what I mean? Of course, you can't just give Jay credit for that because that's Dame and that's Biggs and all of them when they were Rockefeller. But, man, a lot of these artists, like, when you're responsible for one legend, when you're responsible for one other legend, you're in a different league. When you're responsible for like two or three, come on, man. That's why I give Wayne a lot of props. Wayne gave us Drake and Nicki.
Yo, Wayne, 100%. No question.
Kanye, too. Kanye gave us John Legend, Big Sean, Kid Cudi.
What genres of music, not only just hip-hop, but what genres of music do you think that Drake has played a part in? I don't want to say the word exposing because they're already popular artists and they're already popular genres, but shining a light so they can become mainstream accepted in our lifetime?
I don't think it's a genre he's shown us that we haven't seen.
No, again, that's it's not about we haven't seen and you guys are so inside. I'm talking about the casual like me, right? So like Drake really shining a light on like what was happening in the UK rap scene. Right? Like to me, I'm like, oh wow, he was really on that. Not only in terms of like music, but also like culture, like the Top Boy stuff. Like okay, there's something bubbling over here. Obviously down south, him collabing with a few of the artists down south. And then also the Afro beats or whatever it is, which is already a huge, massive genre of music, but bringing that over to like a mainstream Western audience, like where white people are listening to fucking, what's the guy's at Last?
Burna Boy.
Burna Boy.
You know what I mean? Like,
what Afrobeat song was Drake on? I don't remember.
He had a few Afrobeat style songs on
Temza-
like Scorpion.
is Thames a Afrobeat dude?
Yeah.
That's a woman.
Thames, what?
That's a woman.
We don't know how they identify, you know? No.
Nah, but salute to Drake. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, salute to him, but put it like this: the conversation we're having, I can have that conversation with Drake and Jay-Z.
Yeah, we're not having that with
I've never had that with me, because all I'm saying.